What's going on, guys? It's Kyle here and welcome back to my channel. Today is a big day. Today I am doing my top 20 films, guys. Top 20 films of last year, 2019. I'm going to do this as I'm going to be going through my letterbox, which if you haven't already, you should be checking that out for extra content, extra reviews and stuff that I haven't been doing on my channel. Going through each movie because I have a list of the 20 favorites in there, and then I'll be reading each review. Some of them I don't have reviews for, so I'll go off the top of my head, but it should be pretty easy to get through. So there's 20 movies you gotta get through, and I'm also gonna be doing like over 30 honorable mentions. I'm not gonna be like saying too much about them, I'm just gonna like list them off, but I guess we should do the honorable mentions first. Alright, so as you can see, I have my laptop right here loaded up with the lists on Letterboxd. So these are my honorable mentions. I think I have like 35 of them. These did not make the cut. I love all these films individually, so let's just get started.
We got Arctic, we got The Lego Movie 2, the second part, Fighting with My Family, big surprise that year, Climax, Hotel Mumbai, Us, Dragged Across Concrete, Shazam, Long Shot, John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile, Booksmart, Always Be My Maybe, Rocketman, Toy Story 4, The Last Black Man in San Francisco, Spider-Man Far From Home, Midsommar, Stuber, Ad Astra, El Camino, a Breaking Bad Movie, Fire, Dr. Sleep, Adopt a Highway, Paddleton, love Paddleton, check it out on Netflix, Ranger Not, Giant Little Ones, Chernobyl. I'm counting it as a movie. I mean, it's a miniseries, but if you put it all together, it could be like a 5-hour movie, so I'm putting that in there. A Vigilante, The Highwaymen, Hustlers, Klaus, I Lost My Body, Brittany Runs a Marathon, and Dolomite Is My Name.
Now the honorable mentions are out of the way, let's get into the top 20. So the 20th best film I saw this year was Loose, directed by Julius Onaha. I'm sorry if I'm gonna butcher a lot of names, but so this is my review. Loose, man, I'm still thinking about it as I write. The performances are phenomenal all across the board. All the technical aspects are top-notch and effective. The story is the real meat, though. This intricate yet simplistic plot is so damn captivating and interesting that I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. It always keeps you guessing if he's bad or if she's bad, and honestly, in the end, they really don't tell you, but really doesn't matter. I also admired how they tackled stereotypes and tokenism among other themes that spoke on a subtle yet emotional level. That final shot is haunting but speaks volumes that I can't quite comprehend quite yet. Overall, this is definitely one of the best of the year and exceeded my expectations. Check this one out. Number 19 I saw recently, and it's from A24. A24 had a phenomenal year last year, but this one was The Death of Dick Long. The Death of Dick Long is probably the funniest film from 2019, and I stand by that. The writing is so clever and all the jokes landed because they weren't just handed out to you. You actually had to think about them to make them funny for you. The premise alone is ridiculous as hell, but the execution of it all is really where this film shines. The technical aspects were solid, but could have been better. Most of the score really did not fit with the film, and it felt like an irresponsible decision to place it at some parts, and all the performances were amazing, and it was great comedic timing, and also some great dramatic moments as well. Overall, seek this film out when you can, because it's a must-watch from me. Also, I forgot to do the director. This one was directed by Daniel Scheinert. Number 18 is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by Quentin Tarantino. This is his 9th film. Technically it's his 10th, but he counts Kill Bill 1 and 2 as one movie. This was a great movie. I've got to rewatch this soon, but I remember really liking it. The pacing was a little slow at first, but then once you get into it, it just grabs you and pulls you into the world that Tarantino made here, an alternate LA in 1968. I thought it was great. The production design was incredible. The acting was great. I've actually already done a review on this, but just want to say it's awesome. Not one of Tarantino's best, but definitely a very solid one. Check it out. Number 17. I know there's a lot of comic book fans out there, but I swear to God, I saw so many better movies this year than this. I'm not saying this isn't a bad movie or anything, but it just wasn't as good as the rest. Number 17 is Avengers Endgame by the Russo brothers, directed by the Russo brothers. Great conclusion to Avengers. I wanted a little bit more from it, but you know, you can't always have what you want. The action was solid, the acting was incredible, story was tight and wounded. There was a couple of plot holes, but we can I don't know, forget about that, I guess. Overall, solid and satisfying conclusion to the Avengers series. Number 16 is a small little film called Diane, directed by Kent Jones. So this was beautifully poetic, honest, and raw. Diane is a sight to behold. The acting here is phenomenal, and especially from Mary Kay Place, she is just so grounded and real, it almost feels like she's not even playing a character. The cinematography is beautiful and very well done. The score is also beautiful to listen to, considering the sad and depressing nature of the film. The directing and writing by Kent Jones is incredible for a debut. It's a slow burn, but very interesting to watch all at the same time. Overall, if you love real and emotional character studies, check this out. And I said at the very end, nobody's going to be talking about this film, so that's why I will for you. And it's a fact. No one's talking about Diane. Check out Diane if you can. It's on Hulu. Number 15 is The Art of Self-Defense, directed by Riley Stearns. Very interesting film. Funny, yet dark and disturbing. Has a Fight Club vibe that I dug very much. Music and cinematography are simple yet effective. Acting is phenomenal, and Jesse deserves a nom. Might retract that statement, but he was still really great in the movie. Also, the direction felt very Lanthimos inspired to me. Overall, fun and enjoyable watch. Definitely one of the best of 2019. Simple, effective. Check it out. It's actually on Hulu now, so check it out. Number 14 was The Farewell, directed by Lulu Wang. I really enjoyed this one. Cinematography, while not very stylistic, is very beautiful to look at. Speaking of the look, I really dug the color palette, how it was completely trained, almost to convey how all the characters felt. Acting was phenomenal, and I really felt everyone's chemistry. Awkwafina was especially a standout, and that I was not expecting. She was really perfect, perfectly well casted, and I can't wait to see more from her in dramatic roles in the future. The direction by Lulu Wang was spectacular as well, and she is definitely someone I need to keep my eye out for. The pacing, however, was pretty slow, which I do agree, and it was a drag to get through at some of the time, and doesn't make me want to rewatch anytime soon. Overall, though, this film is one of the most genuine and well-made films of the year, and I hope this is nominated for at least Adapted Screenplay. Check this out. Number 13 is Monos, directed by Alejandro Landis. I don't know if I butchered that, but this film blew me away. All the performances from all these non-actors were phenomenal. There's only like 2 American actors in this movie, and it was Moises Arias, I think, Rico from Hannah Montana, but he's phenomenal in this. And then there's an American actress who she plays a doctor that they keep captive. But the cinematography is gorgeous, and this is probably the second best looking film of the year. The story was fucked up, but very interesting and intriguing. They reminded me of Lord of the Flies a little bit, but it still strayed away as much as it could from, replicating it. The pacing was really great, and not too fast or not too slow. The score, oh my god, the score. It's haunting, pulse-pounding, beautiful, and sets the tone so well. Overall, this is a must-see. Check this one out if you can. Number 12 is an Italian film called Dogman, directed by Matteo Garrone. I probably butchered that, I'm sorry. Such a simple yet effective character study / thriller. The acting is super good, with the main guy stealing the show. The cinematography is weightless and beautifully well done. The color palette also complements the film nicely. It gets dark fast, and when it does, that's when it brought me to a 4.5 instead of a 4. Seriously, one of the best of the year that not enough people are talking about. Give it a watch. It's on Hulu. Number 11, I probably recently just saw this. Number 11 is Jojo Rabbit, directed by Taika Waititi. I really like this film. I really, really like this film. The personality is amazing and was right up my alley. The comedy, well, some jokes didn't work, the rest was very well done. Satire, and I was laughing and smiling pretty much the whole way through. All the performances were phenomenal, especially ScarJo, Roman Griffin Davis, Taika Waititi, and Archie Yates. They all gave phenomenal and very comedic performances that I enjoyed so very much. The cinematography, production design, score, and editing were all also exceptionally well done. The story is very simple, but very unpredictable at times, even the subject matter. The ending was fitting, was very satisfying in my opinion. Speaking of fitting, going back to the music, not a single song felt out of place. Overall, very heartfelt, hilarious, satirical look on how children can be manipulated by institutions and used for their own benefits. But I promise it has a light tone. Check this one out if you can. I'll be rooting for it at the Globes this Sunday, and guess what? It won, like, nothing, so Fuck you, Globes. Alright, now we're getting into the good stuff. Number 10 is Knives Out, directed by Rian Johnson. This one's, these ones in the top 10 are getting, the reviews will get a little longer. Fun with a capital F. This film blew me away. The acting and all the cast work phenomenally well. They all play their role perfectly. A couple standouts are Ana de Armas, which completely surprised me, coming from Knock Knock. Ugh. Daniel Craig was so goofy and fun to watch. He was really playing up his detective role to the max. And that accent, I could not stop laughing. In a good way. Everybody else was great and all had their moment to shine, besides maybe Jaden Martell, who only had like 2 or 3 lines in the film, but I think that was on purpose. The pacing and tone of the film is truly something special. For a film that's 2 hours and 10 minutes, not a single second is wasted, and it blew by quick. The tone is perfect. They balance the mystery and comedy so well that I was left speechless on how damn entertaining it is. The technical aspects are also truly astounding. The cinematography is crisp and fluent and work well with the film. The editing is quick and efficient and adds to the entertainment value. The score is fitting and had a few standout moments, and the production design was seriously great and added so much more to the atmosphere to the film. Lastly, the actual story of it all. It's quite cliche and predictable as a murder mystery usually is, but the thing that makes it stand out from the rest is the execution. The way everything is revealed is so over the top and goofy that it's almost making fun of the genre and sort of showcasing how some of these tropes don't actually work in these films. But once again, the pacing was so flawless that the cliches really didn't even bother me. Overall, this film floored me. It's fun, original, hilarious, entertaining, crowd-pleasing, and a must watch. Number 9 is Portrait of a Lady on Fire, directed by Celine Simonana. Oh god, I'm so bad. I'm sorry. This one's quick. Beautiful in every sense of the word. Literally like watching a painting. Snail speed pacing, but I'm so glad I took the time. God, I love the French language, and I agree with every word I wrote. Number 8 is Joker, directed by Todd Phillips. Now, I haven't rewatched this in a while. I've only seen this once, and I was in the theaters, and I remember really loving it. So I'm going to give it 5 because I loved it. We'll see if on rewatch, but as of now, it's my number 8 spot. Number 7 is Greener Grass, directed by Jocelyn Des Boer and Dawn Lubebe. Wow. No one's talking about this film, and I don't expect you to. It went very under the radar. It is hilarious, it's dark, it's weird, it's surreal. It's like something that Adult Swim could concoct up, but it's amazing, and everyone should check it out. Number 6 is The Peanut Butter Falcon, directed by Tyler Nielsen, Michael Schwark. Really funny and uplifting film that made me have a smile on my face. Some dark moments when it's needed for conflict, but overall very well acted, shot, and made. Check this one out. Simple and effective. Number 5. This is when we're getting the really good stuff. Number 5 is The Irishman, directed by Martin Scorsese. Phenomenal film. Marty has done it again. Acting is incredible, real and raw, and so believable. Al Pacino is a particular standout in my opinion. Cinematography is beautiful, song choices are great and fit the story, editing is quick and effective, the de-aging effects are really phenomenal and look great. The last 30 minutes are seriously art and has such a crazy shift in tone and actually made me reflect and think, which is what cinema should do. Overall, it's art and people need to see it. It's long, but fuck it, watch it anyway. You can thank me later. It's on Netflix. You have no choice. Number 4 is Marriage Story, directed by Noah Baumbach. This was everything I wanted and then some. Incredibly well acted, Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson are really special here, and this may be both of their best performances yet. The cinematography is beautiful and well done. The editing is perfect, like capital P perfect. All the characters were unique from one another and funny, which is another thing I loved, the comedy. There are some seriously heartbreaking scenes in this, and one scene in particular that lasts a whole 10 minutes. It's gone pretty viral, you probably already know what it is in my opinion the best scene of the year. It's beautifully well told story topped with its brilliant and hilarious dialogue. It is worth the watch alone. I couldn't personally relate to the story because I'm blessed to have both of my parents together after all these years, which I'm super blessed for that. But I could see someone not want to watch this because it can be a gut punch at times. Overall, though, this is seriously one of the best of the year, and everyone needs to see this pronto. Number 3 is Uncut Gems, directed by the Safdie brothers. This fucking movie. Holy shit. This has got to be the most entertaining film of the entire year for me. My expectations were high, but man, did they exceed them. First of all, the performances are all top notch. Adam Sandler is sensational and might be better than his performance as Barry from Punch Drunk Love. The way he talks, moves around, interacts with people, all feels so real. Matter of fact, everything about this film felt so real, organic, and grounded. And Idina Menzel, with the little screen time she had, was so great and you could feel everything she felt. But man, the breakout role for Julia Fox was incredible. She better have more of her in the future because she blew me away. Also, she's pretty cute. Next, the plot. The plot's pretty simple. A man is very bad luck, one thing leads to another, boom, movie. No, but seriously, this is such a tightly wound story, and it's such a shocking yet fitting ending to this fucked up story. I love how each scene had a purpose, and that it flowed cleanly to the next scene so well. And yeah, that's it for plot. Then we have the technical aspects. The score is so different and fitting that it honestly tells its own story in itself. The cinematography is very reminiscent of the Safdie brothers' previous film, Good Time, with it being very close up and personal, and it adds to the intensity of scenes, which is only elevated by the phenomenal directing. The editing is quick and effective, and also adds to the tone of the film, and overall, it's a very technically competent film. The writing, oh my god, the writing. The dialogue is so smooth and slick. Sometimes it's hard to tell what some people are saying because of how smooth it is, and how it's just some slip under the radar. There's some really great likes and lines and insults as well. I will warn you, if you hate swearing, I would advise to stay away from this. There's at least 300 uses of fuck, and at times, it did get quite annoying. The direction is flawless, the way the camera moves and how the actors act, man, these guys can bring out actors' A-games. I also want to mention the perfect production design and how you really feel like you're in New York City right now, witnessing everything happening to Howard, which is truly something special. Overall, this film was a blast. Its pacing was quick and never stopped moving. The acting is incredible and Oscar-worthy. It's technically beautiful, and man, just a damn good movie. Number 2 is Robert Eggers' The Lighthouse. Well, that sure was something. This was like right after I saw it. Performances were phenomenal and they better be nominated. The cinematography, production design, style, and score are truly art and that be glued to the screen. The story is enthralling and captivating and I didn't know what would happen next. You cannot predict this film. It's also oddly hilarious at times, which I did not expect. I'm a bit confused on what was actually going on, but holy shit, best final shot of the year. Overall, if you love art films and weird shit, check out The Lighthouse. Alright guys, we made it to number 1. This film blew me away. Here it is. Number 1 is Parasite. It's my favorite film of the year, and definitely one of the best of the decade. Bong Joon-ho is a genius. It better be nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars, or else riot. Even on rewatch, it's phenomenal and still holds the same punch as the first time I saw it. And the first review I wrote for it was Best Film 2019 for me so far. Everything about this is perfect. And that's all I can really say. Alright guys, that was my top 20 of the year. Thank you so much for watching. I really want to thank everybody for sticking around with me all this time. I know I keep saying that, but I'm serious. I do want to thank you. This movie collection will be shown to you very soon once I get the last Blu-ray in the mail that I need. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like and subscribe to see some more content just like this. Also, don't forget to follow me on my socials, my Instagram, my Starlist, and my Letterboxd. You guys really need to finally follow me on Letterboxd. That's where I post most of my reviews and stuff for movies. Check that out for extra content. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and peace out. Bye, guys.